Alright guys, so in terms of this video, we will be covering the anniversary and then the holidays banners, because these are like the banners that I will definitely guarantee you that they will be releasing on their set schedule, because that's what they have to do, because these are on JP, they are the anniversary banner and then holiday banner. So I do not think they will change the order at all, because give me an example, when they drop the red new Gundam and then the blue Sasabi, they kind of stick to their own timeline. They did not change it how it was on JP, so that led me to assumption that for the anniversary and the holiday banners, they will not change them as well. So that's why for this list, I could, like, let's say 90% guarantee they will release on that set time. And yeah, so for us, happy anniversary banner will be the Phoenix. So I do expect this unit to kind of debut somewhere around April timeline, maybe late April. So this is gonna be our first time getting a Phoenix. So if you guys are saving up for a Phoenix, for example, or you're looking for a Phoenix because of what it does, in 2 months later we will be getting that. So hopefully you guys have been saving good on diamonds and stuff. But let's kind of talk about why this unit is potentially good, or why you guys would want to go for this unit. So I'm just gonna quickly talk about its perks and stuff. I'm not gonna go like a full dive deep into all these units, because that's gonna take like a long time, and that's not really the whole purpose of the video. So the main premise of this unit is the ability to massively debuff the enemies, and that's pretty much it. That's, you can kind of say that is the perks of this. So I mean, if you guys are someone that's into a skill like that, you can definitely go for them. But if not, try to see if you guys want to go for the second part of the happy anniversary, which will be getting a red tank. So we are getting Cassie for the second year, or the happy anniversary part 2. This one is definitely a better release for JP, because I believe at that point in time they just released the Hathaway Flash movie at the same schedule. So it was actually really hype, believe it or not. So this is why I guess back then it led me to the assumption why they released it at that point in time, I think. So for global, I would assume that they would still release it on the same timeline regardless, because I mean, like, they are the part 2 of the happy anniversary, so it should kind of make sense. All right. The main purpose of this unit is say tank, obviously, and then it has the ability to inflict a guarantee hit condition, so you are able to just, you know, kind of melt down the tank stuff. Not really tank, like unit that are able to evade. So that's pretty nice. Yeah, that's, you know, pretty good. So when you do see the transcendent skill, it looks a lot more shorter, because like the skill 1 and skill 2 pretty much is able to do what functionally carry the unit. So that's what we like to see. We like to see, you know, the skill 1 is skill 2 is well developed. So that's pretty nice. And then moving into the first anniversary units, we have the Crossbow Gundam X1. So in terms of the perks of this unit, we can kind of talk about the transcendent skill. Yeah, kind of unfortunate, right? So the transcendent skill gives this unit an absolute evasion status for 5 seconds every time the EX skill is activated. If we do take a look at the skill 2 on this portion, it kind of nicely aligned with the last portion of the transcendent skill. So this is the, I guess you can say, the uniqueness of this unit, being able to just kind of have a, you know, auto evade in a sense with that. So that's quite powerful. This one to me is more like a support type unit, because on the EX skill effects, it kind of gives purple allies its own damage increase as well. But nonetheless, having this portion of it and this portion of it right there definitely make this unit a little bit more of a unique, a little bit of a special ability right there. So that's quite cool to see. So that's pretty much, you know, from, you know, like a from late May all the way into October. So you definitely do have time to save. But what you probably won't have time to save is the Christmas banner. For Christmas, 2 months later, we will be getting the Unicorn NTD. So this one is a pretty special unicorn, because I don't know what they are doing with like holidays, Christmas, and New Year's banner. They are putting a lot more effort into them. So for this unit, the unique ability for this one is the ability to go into an awakened status. So in battle, it goes from the red cycle frame into the blue or the green cycle frame, so it pretty much unlocks a new set of weapon. Not really a whole set, you just gotta be able to unlock the 3 of the shield funnel, which is actually doing a lot of damage. Besides that, you're getting a guaranteed hit on the enemy, and on top of that, you're also getting a 100% beam damage increase as well. So yeah, yeah, this is why like the Christmas banner for this year is gonna be crazy with this unit. So whenever we do get this, I do kind of encourage you guys to go for this unit because it's really powerful. I would definitely say it's gonna allow you to carry through a lot of events, so definitely a highly recommended one. Same thing for the Bashin one, pretty much the same thing. It goes from the yellow, yellow or orange cycle frame into the green cycle frame as well. Instead, this one is just a great unit, so it pretty much has a lot of evasion built into this unit. I don't exactly remember what these after the awaken status does, but I believe it has pretty similar feature to the unicorn as well, so another must summon for sure. So if you guys do want to hold out into the end of the year, I will not even say that's crazy because these units are just built on a different level. Alright, both of these, so you want it from anniversary, which is mid-October, to December and January, so these 3 months are actually just quite packed. So I pray everyone have been saving in the diamonds by that point in time, because like they are I guess just the unicorn and banshee are just, you know, out of the world, right? They are good. And then when we fast forward a few months later, we have the 1.5 year anniversary featuring the GPO3. So this one is just another one of those generic, obviously, but another generic unit that is able to bust out you know, a crazy amount of damage. I don't think there is like a specific thing to kind of talk about. I guess when you're facing against enemy that has an avoidable status, you are dealing more damage, so that's not too new in a way. You are getting a lot of buffs to your allies, 2 actually for yellow, and then the lost confidence, so you have a lot. I guess the skill 2 is where you're getting a lot of damage increase, also resistant to both beam and physical, so that's quite cool. And the skill 1 is already having that 55% EXQ gauge increase, so we have that. Skill 2 is kind of like, you know, basic, pretty much what you have been seeing, so not really too much to talk about. So this one, all in all, just have to say, just powerful, do a lot of damage, and that's it. And then once we get to the part 2 of the 1.5 year anniversary, we have a banger. Another unicorn. So another unicorn that is actually just too powerful. I guess the selling point of this unit, we are doing extra damage to cycle frame unit and then new time unit. So this one is kind of like a better version of the Blue Destiny series units, because you're just able to do a lot more damage via you know, EXP effects on both, literally both the cycle frames units and new type, so that's quite powerful. Skill 1 and skill 2 are quite packed, so skill 2 is where you're getting a lot of the damage increases, and then also increasing the hit rate, so that is definitely something nice to have. And then skill 1, you are having a lot of, you know, damage reduction for green element unit, and then for blue element unit, you're actually taking extra damage. Alright, that is not cool. And then besides that, you cannot dodge, you cannot crit, so that is the kind of like the check and balances for this unit. But nonetheless, this Bombardment red element unit is quite a powerful one that you guys probably do not want to miss. So this is going to be something that should be releasing in May 2025. So once again, we are skipping 5 minutes later down the road, we have the V2A. And what's cool about the V2A is a lot of things. So I'm just going to talk about the main selling point of this unit is the skill 1. It's just a one-liner, but we have something called the perfect guard status for 12 seconds every time EXQ is activated. So essentially is what it's saying, you are able to go into the perfect guard, so you are literally, for those 12 seconds on every hit you receive, you are literally taking 1 damage tick. That's it. That's really powerful. Alright, but when we do take a look at the transcendent skill, unfortunately we kind of went back to like having a lot of, you know, its own characteristic built into the transcendent skill, so not a huge fan of that. But other than that, we have a lot of support via the EX skill, and then increasing its own damage via the skill 2, so quite powerful right there. So this one is definitely a well deserved to be a powerhouse for second anniversary. And then we move into Christmas. All right, December 2025 Christmas, we have the O, and then in January of 2026 we are getting a Zeta. So these two banners are another level on their own because they have something called the Lethal EXQ. Just a quick background, I guess, for the O is you have something called the the Lethal skill. So you are essentially summoning a warship animation, and then you're essentially just doing a lot of beam attacks on the enemy. So for every 10 seconds, you are raining down beam attacks on the enemy. So how it will look like on the battlefield, you will just have beam just spamming literally everywhere, alright? So if you guys are someone that does not like to see a lot of those beam effects parts, this one is gonna overtake that, alright? It's gonna enter a new status, alright? This unit is crazy. So essentially this unit is really powerful in arena because it affects like literally the whole map. So enemy just kind of get shredded. All right, that's pretty much it. Besides that, you're also going to be able to get a perfect guard. You're also getting a 99% beam resist or just resistant in general for 15 seconds when you enter the battle. So definitely meant to be used in arena. Other than that, it has a lot of the ability to heal, guard, and just increase guard rate and whatnot. So this is why this unit is just, you know, on its own league as far as being a, you know, best tank in the game right now in a way. And then opposite, Zeta is gonna be one of the best, if not just a really bursty DPS unit. For this one, for the not transcendent skill, the lethal skill, EX skill, this one is able to go into the Wraith rival after executing 2 EX skill essentially. So on the third activation, it's gonna literally be the lethal EXQ. And then this one on a skill 2, it's just being able to stack damage up to 3 times every time you activate EXQ. So it's just really powerful, and you are able to activate EXQ relatively fast via the skill 1. So yeah, this unit is just too good. All right, way too good. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much covers it. So these are, I guess, the timeline for the anniversary / the holidays. So I think when we do take a look at the grand scheme of things, the holidays being the Christmas and New Year's banner, they seems to be really good every year because they do pack a lot of unique stuff into it, kind of like a pushing into a new generation of units. So whether or not you guys want to stay with each unit is definitely up to you guys, but as far as me, I want to have you guys well informed as what is coming as far as the actual timeline. So you guys are well prepared. So yeah, other than that, that is going to be pretty much it for me, and I'll be catching you guys up on the next one.